A warm welcome to Joburg Today. I'm Riley Sakwe. Art is no longer seen as something solely for visual entertainment, but also a place worthwhile investing in. And who better to do just that than in our own local artists? The Joburg Art Fair is the largest of its kind in Africa, drawing artists, galleries and collectors alike from across the continent since its establishment in 2008.
This art fair is the largest art fair on the continent and the most established. There are other art fairs like in Kenya, for example, and also in Cape Town, but I think this is kind of the most infrastructure around it, and being Johannesburg, there's a large buying community, a solid base of collectors, and that's what's important and has made the fair sustainable over the years. So we have something called the selection committee made up of key gallerists in the country, and we have about 80 applications that come in, and then from those applications we sift through and we see who the strongest contenders are.
With art being a reflection of life itself, the fair was a culmination of commentary intended to create conversation provoked by visual appeal.
I've been shooting Elvis for the last 2 years. I originally started with Thando Hopper, who is a legal prosecutor who's using her visibility to address albinism. And from there it built up to where I started working with another model by the name of Senele Zaba. The project focuses on albinism. I'm trying to explore the aesthetics of albinism in contrast to the idealized perceptions of beauty. So it's taking that and putting Senele and Thando into a different light so people can view them differently, not just as people who have albinism, but as their own person.
Reflections comes as a bit of a culmination of the type of work that I've done since I started 6 years ago. The artwork has always been based on the continent, its people, just the entire terrain, considering that I was more interested in cultivating a certain African aesthetic, an African identity. And it's been a challenge to me because it's meant that I had to look at my current, the community, the society, the environment as it is, and really scrutinize, really find out what is it that makes us who we are, what are the social dynamics that we face, what are the issues that we face, and going forward, what can I invest as an artist into these people as I document them? What is the sentiment going forward?
There is very much a zeitgeist around Africa at the moment, around contemporary art and design and fashion, like you say. And I think that it's because foreigners that come to South Africa have realized that there's something very unique and soulful about the work that we produce creatively. And it's not aspirational towards other parts of the world. We are developing something amazing.
Showcasing Africa's contemporary artists, the F&B Joburg Art Fair is a plethora of work that is definitely going to quench your creative thirst with its striking and thought-provoking works. I'm Riley Sakwe for Joburg Today.
Hi, I'm Mpho Pops Modikwani, and you're watching Joburg Today.
Join the conversation on our Facebook page, that's joburgtoday.tv. Follow us on Twitter @Joburg Today. And if you're one of those people who are constantly on the move, then pockettv.mobi. That's pocket with an I. The music industry is increasingly centering around online publicity, and Balcony TV offers a worldwide platform for musicians.
Balcony TV is an online media platform that takes independent artist exposure in online music media in a new direction.
Balcony TV is literally artists performing on balconies around the world. It's music with a view, and it's about finding new and fresh talent across the world and showcasing the best music that's around. What's important about Balcony is that it is worldwide. It's not just a South African platform. It really is, from that perspective, a platform for artists to get international and showcase themselves across the world and, land up going and performing around the world.
I think it fits pretty well because it's quite unique to the digital platform, all over the internet, and it's nice because musicians get to showcase their music all over the world on one massive platform that really helps break a lot of artists. Mumford & Sons actually had, when they first started, had their first video on Balcony TV, and look at them now.
Balcony TV started in Dublin 6 years ago, and since then they have grown to be in over 40 cities, 6 different continents, and their videos have more than 30 million views worldwide.
I wanted to come on Balcony TV because I think it's great exposure and yeah, it's a phenomenal platform. As an artist, you know, Balcony TV is very visual. It's not only the sound, but it's you playing live and your visuals accompanying your latest tracks, where Spotify is just the music, so it's far more engaging.
You know, it's the simplicity of what Balcony TV is, and I think that's really what's key to it. It's a one camera shoot, one take. There's no editing. So it's literally a top and tail and whatever happens in between. So it's really real. Joburg's been rated as one of the best balconies around now because, I mean, hello, can't get a much better view than this.
Balcony TV Joburg started about 2.5 years ago and now has 220 episodes with plans on expanding throughout South Africa and the rest of the continent. I'm Samuel Gebhardt for Joburg Today.
How's it? This is Zion, and you are watching Joburg Today.
If you're still wondering what the big fascination around Homo naledi is, Bernard Zepfel from the Wits Fossil Lab gives us insight into the importance of this find in relation to evolution.
All hominin findings are significant because they're simply so rare. The profound thing is that they were just hominins. Normally we find one hominin bone for every 1,000 or so other animal bones. Here we found exclusively these particular creatures. In this case, we have a significant amount of material, and we also are able to put whole skeletons together of approximately 15 individuals. So it shows us this amazing combination of morphologies. In this particular new species, we've got very modern feet, the way you and I have. They're virtually indistinguishable. But if you go to the cranium, we've got a small brain around 500 cubic centimeters, and we have some very early Homo-like features that are quite primitive, and then we've also got some very human-like features. So it shows that evolution is complex, and it usually comes in very unusual combinations of both derived or modern human features, and then very ape-like features as well. As curator at the University of Witwatersrand at the Evolutionary Studies Institute, I'm in charge of all fossils at the university. There's a wide variety of fossils ranging from the Permian, things like mammal-like reptiles and dinosaurs, right through to human ancestors, the hominids. They're not on display for the public. They're kept in a special facility, a hominin vault, where we do have some specimens that can be viewed, but they are in a restricted and controlled environment. We now have to scratch our heads and think, where does this particular new species fit in? Obviously, without a conclusive date, and we're not even going to speculate on that, we don't know exactly where it fits in. So we know that it's on its way to becoming human. It has an unusual combination of features, and now, depending on how old it is, where does it fit in? Is it something that evolved parallel to modern humans? Is it something that's on the direct lineage to becoming us? Or is it a species that went extinct on its own but is still related to us? We've only found this particular species in this chamber in a very inaccessible place. They have definitely not been scavenged by other animals. They have not been washed into the cave. There's no evidence of large amounts of water going in there. They have not been carried in. They haven't cannibalized each other and left the bits lying around. We're looking at fairly pristine bone that has only been damaged after these creatures have died. They've also accumulated over time. It wasn't a cataclysmic single event. They have been put there over time, and the only conclusion we have is that they've been essentially burying each other. And that is quite profound, the reason being that we've always thought this was a human trait. There's no other animal that does this. Here you've got something that's not quite modern human yet, that potentially is doing some form of ritual disposal of bodies. My priority is to preserve this material. It's quite fragile, breaks very easily. Because we've had so much of that material and we've had a lot of people working on it, the risk is there that one has permanent damage. So as we speak, this material is being scanned and 3D printouts similar to casts are being made in those facsimiles. The material will be packed away in a safe place in our hominin facility. We will probably be asking people to look at these casts in future. The original material is obviously always available to be studied, but we want to start reducing the amount of handling of this material, because it's not just to be preserved for the next 50 years or 100 years or even 300 years. It's got to be forever.
I'm Zondile Ngubeni and you're watching Joburg Today.
And that, unfortunately, brings us to the close of today's show. But be sure to check out our playlist to see what's happening in and around your beautiful city. That's it from me, Riley. I leave you with Jane Kinsella, Hide and Seek. Enjoy.
Back in ETV.
But don't let the little things I say and do change the way that you feel for me. Well, I know there's everybody else, but I keep the best part of myself for you I do. I do. If this is a game of hide and seek, come find me, yeah. When if this is a game for two, I play my part, I wait for you. Yes, I know I'm hard to find, but please don't, baby. But don't give up this time. Well, I know just being here, it isn't enough. Nobody said it gets this tough. Nobody said. They see you taking my shit and I've taken yours. But behind closed doors, I do love you. I love you. If this is a game of hide and seek, come find me, yeah. When if this is a game for two, I play my part, I wait for you. Yes, I know I'm hard to find, but please don't, baby. But don't give up this time. Well, I'm hiding in the corner. Come find me, won't you find me? Come find me if you want it. You want it, yeah. If this is a game of hide and seek, come find me, yeah. When if this is a game for two, I play my part, I'll wait for you. Yes, I know I'm hard to find, but please don't, baby. But don't get